Hello. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I hope I'm not interrupting any super important conversations with my rude voice. But how dare I? But thank you so much for being here. This is Caleb, and I am Leigh Nash, and you're gonna have to put up with me for quite a while. But we'll take a break somewhere so you can catch your breath, and I'll probably need to as well. But yeah, I sing for a band called Sixpence None The Richer, and now also 10,000 Maniacs, and also I do what I'm doing right now, which you're about to experience. So, okay. There she goes, there she goes again, racing through my veins, and I just can't contain this feeling I've been made. There she goes again, pulsing through my veins, and I just can't contain this feeling I've been made. There she goes again, pulsing through my mind, and I just can't contain this feeling I've been made. There she goes again. She calls my name, pulls my train, and no one else could heal my pain, and I just can't contain this feeling I've been made. There she goes again, chasing down my lane, and I just can't contain this feeling I've been made. There she goes, there she goes, there she goes. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I just recently, in the last couple of days, got my hair cut like Elf on the Shelf. And so every morning when it's like, surprise! But it's not Christmas, but it's on your head. So, but I don't have any young babies anymore. I only had one to begin with, and now he's 19 years old and very unimpressed in general with my haircut. So, whatever. But this Christmas, it's going to be pretty cool to dress up in an elf suit for someone. Just sit on a shelf and stare at kids. I don't know if that's what you said, but that sounds fun. Freak them out. Okay. Well, this next song is about missing Texas, which I'm from a town called New Braunfels, Texas, and oh my, what? What? Schlitterbarn? Where are my people? Are you guys just like it, or are you from there? Yeah, I love it. Austin's where my whole family lives now, so that's where I'm probably headed sooner than later. Anyway, but this is just about missing it and about trying to be a singer-songwriter. I started in Sixpence None The Richer when I was about 15 years old and did that until I was pregnant with my son Henry. And then I wanted to quit for a while, and I quit for about 6 months and then realized I wanted to write songs about my son Henry. And so I've been kind of on this solo journey for about, 19 years, and it's ended in this really cool place where Sixpence is coming back, and I've got solo music coming out, and And I'm really excited to see what happens with this 10,000 Maniac situation, which has been a little nutty, but dang, I love that band. So I'm super proud and excited and thankful for the things that God puts back in your hands that you think might be gone. So that's what this song's about. Tell me now, Tennessee.
Tennessee, is there anything left for me? I'm so tired of being tired, just another bird on a telephone wire. Mama calls me every day, saying, why do you have to move away? Well, I'm over being over it all. The further I climb, the harder I fall. Did I ever really believe it would be easy? I've had it with the highs and lows. Is it time to pack it up and go? If there's something I should know, tell me now, Tennessee. Writing down the reasons why I'm so lonesome here I could cry. I started here, my heart is here, my hands still shake after all these years. Did I ever really believe it would be easy? I've had it with the highs and lows. Is it time to pack it up and go? If there's something I should know, tell me now, Tennessee. How will I know if it's the end? And what do I have to do to start again? Tell me now, Tennessee, is there anything left for me? I started here, my heart is here. Where would I go after all these years? Did I ever really believe it would be easy? I've had it with the highs and lows. Is it time to pack it up and go? If there's something I should know, tell me now, Tennessee.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Did anybody in here see my husband, Stephen Wilson Jr., when he came through? Well, he would have barreled through town Yeah, he's crazy. But he's crazy as a loon. But I love him. And he stole my microphone. It's bright green, and I got it because that's my favorite color. And I was going to take it out on my tour this next week, and I saw a picture of him the other night because he's been out west, and he's rocking his little butt off with my green microphone. I'm furious, but this one is quite nice. This is not the one I selected, but I love it. It's nice and silver, but I'm going to get my green one back. He's coming home tonight, so I'm going to see him. I'm going to reclaim my microphone. I would like to try and guess. Someone in this room, I think, requested that I do a song that I haven't sung it. It's called Eyes Wide Open. I want to guess who it was. You. Okay. Well, I was going to just try to do a piece of it because I can't remember it. But I did write it. Okay. And it was one of the first songs that I wrote. It was about a hooker. I hope that's okay to say. I didn't know her, but I just thought her up on an airplane. Okay. Eyes wide open all the time, just like a drugstore in the city where she walks the street at night. That's all I remember, and I don't think those are the right words. I'm sorry. But at least I did that. Maybe later I'll do a little more. Sorry. Oh, okay.
I'll learn it at intermission.
Yeah, it starts on an E. I do remember that. Eyes wide open all the time. Probably A minor, if I know myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got some very familiar chords. Okay. All right, so do a Sixpence song, if you guys are cool with that. Which was one of our singles at one time. Okay, here we go.
It's every day I'm in this place. I feel this way. I feel the same. It's every day I'm in this place. I feel this way. I feel the same. Is it all inside my head? Is it all inside my head? I'll view the list and take my pick. I'll view my fate and make a choice. 'Cause it's nobody else's but mine. You're in my heart. I can feel your beat and you move my mind from behind the wheel. When I lose control, I can only breathe your name. I can only breathe your name. So many days within this race, I need some truth. I need some grace. I need the blood to find my place. I need some truth. I need some grace. The part of you that's part of me will never die, will never leave. 'Cause you're nobody
I think when your pastor texts you, you should check it. I just need to make sure that everybody's all right. Okay. Everything's okay. Okay. So I did this record called The State I'm In with this guy named Brendan Benson. He produced it, and he is in a band called the Raconteurs. Are they still a thing? Jack White and that whole mess. They transcend, yeah. But Brendan's awesome, and it was a really cool thing. I wanted to do this country, kind of Texas border country sounding record because I grew up on that kind of music, and I love country music in general. But so I did a whole themed record called The State I'm In, and I'm going to play a few songs from that, if that's okay.
Texas is bigger than I remember. The road seems to end in the sky. This drive back home feels like forever, hoping I'm still on your mind. Outside of Austin in our old apartment, are you still there all alone? And I see you walking with your arms around her. Suddenly Texas is cold. There's no one else to blame. I chose to just walk away. Sometimes a lover discovers who matters too late. So I've gotta learn how to live as somebody's yesterday. Maybe you'll call me, maybe I'll answer, maybe we'll talk about her. But that won't happen, I'm not gonna call you, we'll never be what we were. There's no one else to blame. I chose to just walk away. Sometimes a lover discovers who matters too late. Now I've gotta learn how to live as somebody's yesterday. If yesterday was so bad, why do we go back over and over again? If that's all you have, you just stay there and pray someone new walks in. There's no one else to blame. I chose to just walk away. Sometimes a lover discovers who matters too late. Now I've gotta learn how to live as somebody's yesterday. Texas is bigger than I remember.
Thank you so much. I got lost. Did I skip half the song? I started thinking about Mariella. That's the song that has the, I have a mariachi video of it. Not caca, but whatever. Be quiet, Leigh. So how are you guys doing? You getting fed? You getting some drinks, some coffee, some wine? I'm drinking some wine. And I also brought an entire jug of vodka. You know, just for the road. You get thirsty, you need a little plug off of that. I'm kidding, I try to drink a lot of water. Because that's just healthy, okay, folks? But I love you, and I'm really glad you're here. Thank you very much for coming. I haven't done a show in a really long time. It's been like since last year, and I hope it doesn't show. Yeah, whatever. I hope you're doing good. I've been okay. Okay, so this next song is also from that record, and it's the title track. It's called The State I'm In. It has a little Spanish in it, and during our rehearsals, I have not sung it correctly once. So let's try it out.
south of Waco late last night. I saw two figures in the light, driving in from San Antone. It was you there dancing with some old hake of hair and bone. I thought you were alone. Don't underestimate the state I'm in. 6 generations lost are proud. I may seem quiet, but this might get loud. Honey, go get your sleep. You're tangled up with me in Texas now. Glad I caught you by surprise to see the fear there in your eyes. By the looks of her, I guess you must be a drunken mess, and picked her up where the picking's slim and the money's wearing thin. Don't underestimate the state I'm in. 6 generations lost are proud. I may seem quiet, but this might get loud. Oh, get your sleep. You're tangled up with me in Texas now. Todo estará bien cuando aquí no estés. Guarda tus problemas para después. Don't underestimate the state I'm in. 6 generations lost our proud. I may seem quiet, but this might get loud. Honey, go get your sleep. You're tangled up with me in Texas now. Go out and get your sleep. You're in too deep in Texas now.
Caleb and I have never played together in front of a crowd. How amazing is this guy? So great. You're killing it. I hate that expression. It's so violent. You're giving it life. Yeah. When I tell people you're killing it, this is a secret, but it's an insult. But I do it sometimes on Instagram. So if you ever see me like, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm like, you
How
guys
could
are
I?
killing it. Like, I'm inside, I'm like, you suck. Everybody's,
Was
we're
that
all
the
human.
internal process when you just said I was
No.
killing? Okay, thank
No,
God.
that's why I quickly turned it around. I corrected myself. I was like, you're giving it life. Yeah. No, I'm a little nutty little egg baby over here. Okay, what do we got here? So this next song, my husband and I wrote together, Stephen and I don't know, quite a few years ago. I was getting to open some shows for Asleep at the Wheel, and Ray Benson. Do y'all know of Asleep at the Wheel? They're freaking rad. But big old tall Ray Benson was, present, and their crew was on stage. And so every night when Stephen and I would be waiting to sound check, they would be wrapping up, their sound check. And every night we would hear the guys yell at each other from across the stage. One of them would say, "Never again," and then somebody on the other side would say, "Every time." And Stephen specifically was like, this is a life theme. This never again, every time. He couldn't stop thinking about it. He's a scientist. It got in his head about it. And so he was like, I have to ask the crew what they're talking about. So on the last night that we were playing a show with them, he asked why they said never again every time, every night. And so this is the crew, not the band. So Ray Benson doesn't know this, so don't tell him. I guess we're on the TV. Maybe he's watching right now. But anyway, I guess what happened is he likes to have a practice amp in the venue as well as on the bus, but he stays on the bus all the time. So he wasn't coming into the the dressing rooms to practice, so they stopped bringing his practice amp back there. And this one night, he wanted it back there, so he came back and he was like, "Where's my practice amp?" And they love him, they love him dearly. So that I don't think it's any disrespect, but they got in trouble with Ray. He was like, "Where's my practice amp?" And he was like, "Well, you don't come back very much, so we stopped using it and or bringing it back." And so he was walking out the door. I love this. He's so huge, and he goes, "Never again, every time." And so, I don't know, we thought it was hysterical just for that reason. But then the next day, we were driving, I don't know, to the next show, and we wrote this song. We thought it'd be the perfect title of a country song, because it just sounds like it's riddled with regret, you know, never again, every time. And so we wrote it that night, and we performed it the next night, and the crew were so sweet that they came out to see my show, our show. And we could see them all lined up back at the bar. There were about 4 of them. And when we got to the chorus, they just dropped. You could just see 4 little heads back there just go to the floor laughing because they know it's an inside joke. And anyway, Tanya Tucker ended up doing this with me as a duet, which I can't believe that happened. I wish I could invite her on stage, but she's just not here. So anyway... she does a great job, though, and you can get it on anywhere that you stream music. And she's incredible. She's Tanya Tucker, so that was a dream come true. And here is Never Again, Every Time.
My hands were trembling as I made that call, but you wouldn't answer, so I wrote your number on a bathroom stall. Woke up with a brand new stranger in my bed, but I stayed and get lost just like I tell those memories in my head. I cry every time I start thinking about you. Never again, every time. I try to spin my wheels with someone new, but it's so predictable. I always run into you. Then there I am again, across the floor, trying to catch your eye, make you see me like you did before. I cry every time I start thinking about you, and I keep trying to move on, but I don't know how to. I probably had too much wine. I must have been out of my mind. Never again, every time. I cry every time I start thinking about you, and I keep trying to move on, but I don't know how to.
And so, thank you. I sang that song for a really long time before it became a duet with Tanya Tucker. And bless her heart, are y'all fans of hers already? Anybody? I mean, I don't know how you can't be. And nobody can do that thing at the end, that every time. I mean, it's just so dirty the way she sings it. It's magnificent. And like hearing her do that in the studio, I was like wanted to cry, wanted to pass out. I couldn't believe it. But she shows up to the studio. We did it in Austin. She shows up and just opens the gate of the truck that her boyfriend was driving, and she has that brand of tequila. What's it called? Casamigos? Yeah, it's her special brand. Casamigos, maybe. Or is that, I don't know. But it's really good. She pulls it up. She has a cooler in the back, and we're all of a sudden we're doing shots. I'd never met her, and she's like, it was COVID times, and they wouldn't let us come inside without masks. And she's like, well, hell, we'll just do it out here in the parking lot. I was like, okay. It was amazing, and I had the best time with her, but then you fast forward, like, I don't know, I guess a year later, the record came out and did what it did, and people heard it and whatever, and she was sweet enough to ask me to come and perform at the 50th anniversary of Delta Dawn, which I grew up, I mean, she was my favorite growing up, and my dad loved her as well, and just, would always say, Leanne, you could be just like Tanya Tucker. She was 14 when she started, or I think she was younger than that even, but, I'd be like, oh, Daddy, no, that'll never be me. And I'm not her, but I'm me, and that's great too. But anyway, it was at the Ryman, so picture it. I'm freaking out. This is like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and all my heroes are under one roof. Brenda Lee is there, Jeannie Steely, T.G. Shepherd, if he's still alive. I don't even know if that's who it was. I'm sorry. That's very rude that I said that, but yeah, it was him. And I think he's a Texas guy, but whoever it was from Texas, and he was on stage with her still, and I was next, but they had finished their duet together. And she was telling a story about him, and he had walked off already, but her stage person kind of shooed me out, and he was like, go on, it's your turn. And I had on this cowboy hat and like a black blazer. Oh, I mean, it's the Ryman. It's, huge, and it's Tanya Tucker, and she's standing out there, and she's still telling the story about the guy, T.G. Shepherd, that just walked off stage. So suddenly I'm just this weird girl that nobody knows standing on stage, and she hadn't seen me yet. And she turned to I scared her. I scared the hell out of her at her own big show. And she goes, oh. And she was like, who's this? Oh, no, that's what happened. I interrupted her because she said something about Texas, and the only way I knew how to make it less awkward was to say, and I was wrong. I said, I'm from Texas. And she was like, oh, God, I can't imagine. It probably gave her the toots. And but she, she was very gracious, and she remembered who I was. And she was so sweet and didn't, tell me to go on off. And we did our duet, and she was magnificent. But yeah, I have that story. Super, super embarrassed. I wish that my dad had been there. Since he's passed away, but dang, I'm sure he was there in many, many ways. He may have even been responsible, because that sounds a little bit like my dad. Anyway, so are we ready for, do you guys, does anybody need a break, a bathroom break? Or we'll take an official break in about 20 minutes, and eventually I'll stop talking, and this will all be over. It'll be like a fever dream. Okay, what do we got next? So this is my first solo record. It was called Blue on Blue. This was right after my son was born, and so I was just kind of getting my feet wet as a songwriter on my own without Matt Slocum, who's my partner in Sixpence None The Richer. And so it was really terrifying, and I didn't have any confidence at all. And so it's really such a blessing that I've had this 18, 19 years to find my footing as a songwriter on my own. So this was me kind of starting that process. I wrote it with Pierre Marchand. He's an amazing producer and a great friend. He's actually, I don't know, he's kind of an ass, but I love him. glad this is on the internet.
Vacant look behind shades, an open book, but the print fades. You may feel you wrote me, but I'll be undercover until you need me. That's where I'll be. I'm talking to you, not the Wailing Wall. If that's what you do, this link may fall between the lines. Can you read me? Between the lines, that's where I will be. Between hello and I would give you the moon. Between I love you and I'll see you soon. As long as you've been screaming, I think you listen. As I try to get my words off the ground, I'm shaking my fist, just trying to feel like I'm something, not just a long way around. I'm talking to you, like the Wailing Wall. If that's what you do, this link may fall between the lines. Can you read me? Between the lines, that's where I will be. Between hello and I would give you the moon. Between I love you and I'll see you soon. I won't hide from you. I won't cover my ears. I gotta get a clue. One day my eyes will reveal what I tried to conceal. Between the lines, can you read me? Between the lines, that's where I will be. Between hello and I would give you the moon. Between I love you and I'll see you soon. Can you read me? Between the lines, that's where I will be. Between hello and I would give you the moon. Between I love you and I'll see you soon. Between the lines, between the lines, between the lines, that's where I'll be.
Thank you so much. All right, is it 7:30 yet? I'm just trying to not kill you guys and make you. Are you all right? Anybody need to order more wine or water or coffee or vodka? I don't think they have hard stuff here.
Well, you do. We can sell that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can have some of mine. Can you imagine? I bet people do that, and that's sick. That's sick to drive and pretend that. But that's really risky too. You get pulled over, you're screwed. Cops can smell that. I know that because I'm not ignorant. Okay, well let's do another one, then we'll give you guys a break, a little ear break, and let you speak amongst yourselves. Okay, yeah, this is a cover song by this incredible band, Crowded House. Sixpence, we had a record we were wanting to put out called Divine Discontent, and it took like a whole year. And our record label was stalling because we had had so much success with There She Goes on the previous record. They were, being a record label, they were like, how can we make sure that this record is successful? That's what they all talk like. And so it took them a year, but finally we came, like, it was really frustrating. It can be a really traumatic thing for a musician because it's like your wings are clipped and you don't, it's just like being in I mean, everybody knows what it feels like if you're a musician or not, but just kind of feeling stuck. And anyway, we finally agreed. We were like, well, we got to do a cover song. Let's make it one that we love. And we love the band Crowded House. And this is one of our favorite songs. I could list a ton, but this is the one we did.
There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and relief. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Don't dream it's over. We won't let them win.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have so much power as a singer to make your accompanist look like an ass when it's actually your fault. That was my fault. I'm sorry about that, Caleb. So I don't know. We'll take a 10-minute break. You guys cool with that? Just kind of but don't leave because it'll hurt my feelings. Is that okay? Or I can turn around and then you can leave. Like whoever wants to leave can leave real quick. But just don't let me see you leave. I'm kidding, but please don't. Hey guys, half of you gone, huh? Everybody left. I know where a couple of my friends are. They're outside smoking. Man, tonight I'm just telling on everyone. Just little Miss Gossip Bear, elf on the shelf with a mouth of the South.
I moved it there because I was worried I was going to kick it over.
I was like, did somebody touch my drink?
No, it's just me.
How are you doing now? Everybody good? Are you musiced out and tired of it? All right, because we got some more. What is next? This song, when I put on Instagram that I was going to be doing this run of shows, I asked people what they wanted to hear. Sorry, and I got a lot of people really wanting some deep cuts, like stuff that we hadn't played in a long time. And this is one. I don't think I've sung this song other than us rehearsing it in about 20 years. So here's a really deep cut by Sixpence None The Richer. And I have to say, it must have really confused a bunch of young Christian children. And you'll understand when I start singing it. And I texted Matt, who wrote the song, Matt Sloak, my partner in Sixpence, the other day. I was like, you are such a genius. It makes me really angry with you. And I knew it at the time because he told me that, well, you'll understand, but it represents wisdom. But if you're just like a kid in a youth group, you're going to be like, what are they singing about? This is really controversial. Anyway, here it is.
My life is plagued by mistakes, broken love, and slaps in the face. But I'm trying to find the will to embrace your face. Hug him like a brother, kiss her like a sister. Let it be your mother for now. I want to find where the maid in the street is pouring her wine. I hear she takes you in and gives you the words you need said. Hug him like a brother, kiss her like a sister. Let her be your mother for now. Hug her like a sister, kiss her like a brother. Let her be your mother for now. Kiss her like a sister. Hug him like a brother. Let her be your mother forever.
You all remember that one? Anybody? I wish I had my backup singer. Wait, what? Did you remember?
Yeah, did I remember that one?
Yeah, you did great. I don't know why you came over here. I enjoy this format, though.
Hello, my name is Caleb Jones. It's a pleasure to be here. I am from Nashville. The first time I ever did the rhyme, I have a rhyming story too. Yeah, exactly. I was singing background vocals for Alison Krauss, and it was for a Mel Tillis memorial, and we were doing like an a cappella thing around the front mic at the rhyme, and I was so excited. And it was a Mel Tillis memorial, so I saw like Blake Shelton and Garth Brooks. There was all these fancy people in the audience, and I was so stoked, and we sounded really good, and then I walked off stage and immediately realized that my fly was down the whole time. And it was unforgettable for everyone involved. Everyone involved, it was wonderful. I'll never forget it.
I'm so sorry that happened. That's amazing.
I wouldn't trade it for
No, okay.
It's like a badge of honor.
Well, Steven had a dream the other night. I'm going to tell y'all this. Oh, we're on the internet, too. I love it. He had a dream that this is rude. Can I tell a rude story? That it was just a dream. It was just a dream. No, it's about him. He would be mad. But his fly was down, and everything was out. And he couldn't, he knew it. Yeah, I heard it. Woo! And he was like, you were out there, like the whole crowd was, and he said, I just kept playing the song, and I couldn't stop. The show must go on. But then I had a sister dream to it. Speaking of sister mother, the next night I dreamt I was at that show. And I saw it. I don't think I've told him that yet. But that's a true married couple, you know. The next night I'm like, hey, I was at that show. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm a crude lady, but hey, Texas, you know. This is a song. This is a song that I wrote with a friend of mine, Jesse Hall, for the state I'm in. It's called "The Spider and the Moth," and we were kind of stuck that day, and we're having a hard time coming up with a song. And he was living in this beautiful mansion that I don't know. He was like, you don't remember Jesse? We already talked about this. He's a character, that's all I can say, and that's why he was so great to write songs with. But I looked up in the corner, and there was literally like a spider and a moth situation happening, and I was like, it's gonna be the song. And so we wrote this, and it's one of my favorite songs I've ever gotten to be a part of. So here it is. Hopefully I'll remember the words this time. Hands off the wheel, eyes on the road. I took a wrong turn, now there's no hand to hold. And later, and boy, you've got trouble at your door. So tonight, could we be what we were once before? Promises drip from my lips, I'm digging my own grave. I should be leaving, but my heart just breaks right away. I never know what I want till it's much too late. I'm sorry, so sorry that I came like a spider to a moth. I just can't turn it off like a light. The sun's coming up and I'm just laying down. I spent the whole night on the wrong side of town. Now later when I wake up in my own bed, I'll pay the full price for the things that I said. Promises drip from my lips, I'm digging my own grave. I should be leaving, but my heart just breaks right away. I never know what I want until it's much too late.
till it's much too late. I'm sorry, so sorry that I came like a spider to a moth. I just can't turn it off like a light. Like a spider to a moth, I just can't turn it off like a light.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Love songs. You want to throw in the matching number that I didn't include in the set list? Just bookend it with another, like, just tragic, sad love song. This one's not so much tragic, it's just silly. I just, do you ever meet somebody at some point in your life and you're like, well, I could love this person, but you don't know them, you're just having a conversation. And that happened to me one time, or it's probably happened a lot of times. It's kind of the way, you just heard that last song. I'm crazy, but in the best way, like the sweetest way. God makes all kinds of creatures, and I'm one of them. Okay, understandable. I know I just shifted gears on you pretty quick. I'm gonna have a sip of my vodka.
In other news, I was FaceTiming somebody in my back pocket this whole time. I don't know who. I'll find out after the show.
Did they stay on the phone? Could you look now? I'm curious. I'm just wondering if they were
Recents.
like, hey, that's a nice song.
Maybe it was you.
Oh. That's not
I don't
possible.
know.
Okay, my phone's right there.
Okay, never mind.
Hey. Is anybody in this room interested in the UAP hearings and the hearing in the morning at 10 a.m.?
I had the same reaction.
Okay, there's another one. Hi. And you? Oh, I'm so excited. I think nothing's going to happen. My vote is probably nothing's going to happen, but I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, I'll stop. It's like a UFO thing. Oh. I think, is it going to be on C-SPAN or did somebody laugh about C-SPAN? Is it just, what? Yeah, let's talk later. Because I want to know why you think that. But I kind of agree, but I'm so sad. This is the closest, though, that I think we've come to it being legitimate. That's...
Somebody throwing a baseball when they show it on TV and the little thing.
Oh. No, I saw one from a plane one time. It wasn't no baseball. But it weren't people in it. It was just an orb. Whatever. It's fine. Don't worry. Let's not talk about it anymore. I'm feeling very exposed right now. I'm sorry. But 10 a.m. if you want to see a little bit of a you-know-what show. Okay. What? Yeah. C-SPAN.
Maybe they'll just say Independence Day was a documentary.
No, we're going to have to apologize to what's-his-face.
Your voice is a perfect chorus. Your words, a melody I can't forget. Your name is heaven on my lips. I can't blame these feelings on the cheap internet. I want what's simple. I want your love. Holding my breath, making wishes in my head. I wanted so badly to kiss you instead. You kept talking and talking, can't recall what you said. I fell in love, but you were just dreaming out loud. Stay here, please don't go anywhere. We've got simple. I just wanted us, holding my breath, making wishes in my head. I wanted so badly to kiss you instead. You kept talking and talking, can't recall what you said. I fell in love, you were just dreaming out loud. Baby, please don't go. I'm in over my head, so please, baby, wake up. Holding my breath, counting backwards from 10. I want you so badly. Why can't you see it? You keep talking, stop talking, and just take my hand. I'm so in love with you. Maybe I'm dreaming out loud. Baby, please wake up. I'm so in love with you, but maybe we're dreaming out loud.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
Was it our boy voice?
Yeah.
We were just rhyming.
Yeah, it was the well. Anytime I talk about my son Henry, that's the voice I use. I'm like, hey, I'm actually pretty hungry. He's 19, he's in college, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's this summer, so he's been home. He's working, but now he's like he quit in the middle of July. It's still July, but I know the minute he goes back, I'm just going to be weeping and rocking back and forth in the corner again. But now, yeah, it's just like, I'm actually pretty hungry. He's so precious, I can't even stand it. This is one of my favorite songs ever written, and I do know the words, but I get scared every time because I didn't write it, and I don't want to do it wrong. Okay. You guys familiar with Rodney Crowell? And a guy named James Slater. They wrote this together, and Tim McGraw recorded it, but there's a beautiful recording also of Rodney Crowell and Emmylou Harris doing this. So anyway, it's kind of, I don't know, it's how I've been feeling, I think, since my boy went to college. Yeah, and just like it's just it's a whole life change. All the mamas understand that. I know. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Here's to the corners yet to turn. Here's to the bridges yet to burn. Here's to the whole thing blown apart. It's open season on my heart. The days go by like flying bricks. Leave gaping holes too deep to fix. I'd just stay home if I were smart. It's open season on my heart. I can't blame anyone but me for this reckless fool I've come to be. My tight excuses just won't fit. No, it don't look good from where I sit. change without much love. I reach the point where I get stuck. I hit the streets and the fireworks start. It's open season on my heart. I can be something that I'm not. Can't give you what I haven't got. I don't know where or why or when. I only know the shape I'm in. So here's to the clown down in the mouth. Here's to the whole thing going south. My own true love's turned poison dart. It's open season on my heart. My own true love's turned poison dart. It's open season on my heart. Thank you so much. Well, we've got a few more songs. Does anybody? I noticed when I was having a little break that a couple of people had a few questions. You don't have to have any questions, but if you do, now would be a good time to ask them. It doesn't need to be about UFOs, even though that's all I can think about right now. And I'm really disappointed. And I wonder what your job has been in your life that are you military? You're just smart. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But this time, I think there's a few key players that might. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna watch, or just wait and see? Okay, good for you. That's the wise man's. Yeah, that's who you are. I need to get this garbage off my mind, but I just whatever. It's become a fixation. What happens when you start getting older? Oh, what's up in there? And you know the people on the planes, like there's that person's not real. Did y'all see that girl? I know. I'm a freak. It's fine. Did you see it though? Did you see that video? Yeah. Where'd she go? Nobody knows her name. I told Steven had a flight today from California back home, and I said, watch out for reptilians on that flight. And I said, he was like, I will. I said, don't you be the only one on there. So if I ever knew one, it's him. All right. This one you probably heard at the grocery store recently, and if you're tired of it, just sing along or put your head down. You could do 7-up, thumbs up kind of situation. Kiss me out of the bearded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open head, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me. kiss me down by the broken treehouse. Swing me up on its hanging tide. Break, break, bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. So kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open head, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me, la la la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open head, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Now kiss me. La la la, la la la, la la la, la.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna.
La la la.
Okay.
Kiss me. La la la, la la la.
Sorry, Caleb.
No. Well, you had my back on that one. Leave it to the accompanists to mess up the hit.
I don't know. We probably just didn't rehearse it too good. But no, you did great. Whatever. I'm a little lost, just in general. Yeah, I didn't want to. No, I'm not. Yeah, I could use your prayers. My mom had a stroke last night, and I am struggling. But I wasn't gonna say anything. But I could use your prayers, and my sweet mom could as well. Freaking out a little bit. Kind of want to. All day I've just been like. Can I do this show without like? I'm really, really close to my mom. And last time I played here, she was sitting right there by that lamp. Not gonna cry. But she's doing fine. I'm just really freaked out. This is like the first thing that we've been through like that. But my sister's with her, and I'm not gonna throw up, and we're gonna be just fine. But I ask, please, humbly for your prayers for sweet Linda. Linda, thanks for asking. Okay, I got two more songs. So this one I got to sing with Vince Gill. He's one of my favorite singers of all time. And I wrote it with a lady named Connie Harrington after going to a agricultural center in Nashville where the police train their horses. And a man came out of the barn, and it was wintertime, so he had kind of a long coat on, so you couldn't tell right away that he was wearing prison blues, like prison clothes. And but he started talking to us and told us his story, and this is his story. He pretty much wrote the song for me. I kind of had a lot of it before I got to the car, and I thanked my best friend for taking me that day to see the horses. I wish I could say, here's Vince Gill, but you know, he's somewhere with the Eagles. The band, not the... He said... He said, I've been locked up 14 months on misdemeanor charges. I got clean in county jail, but the lonely is the hardest. As long as I'm on good behavior, I let them work these stables. I never prayed a day in my
finally able. Sometimes you don't know what you need until you get it. And I didn't know what to ask for, so I didn't. I'd just brush them and I'd feed them, and the holes in my arms started healing. Oh, it's like they knew what I was feeling. The state gave me 18 months, but God gave me horses. He said it's funny how here I thought I was taking care of them. They know my voice come when I call. Yeah, these are my best friends. Hadn't seen my father in 7 years, too ashamed of what I was. When he visits me on Sundays now, he's proud to call me son. Sometimes you don't know what you need until you get it. I didn't know what to ask for, so I didn't. I just brush them and I'd feed them, and the holes in my arms started healing. Oh, it's like they knew what I was feeling. The state gave me 18 months, but God gave me horses. I've driven by a million times, but I stopped today and leaned against that fence to clear my head. When a stranger in his prison blues handed me the reins, somehow I felt freer when I left. 'Cause sometimes you don't know what you need until you get it. And I didn't know what to ask for, so I didn't. I just brush them and I'd feed them, and the holes in my arms started healing. Oh, it's like they knew what I was feeling. The state gave me 18 months. The state gave me 18 months, but God gave me horses.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Vince is a perfectionist, and he likes to work alone. He did this gorgeous guitar solo in the song, and did beautiful, beautiful vocals. And so I got to talk to him on the phone. I didn't get to be in the studio with him, and he could not have been kinder. And he was like, I was like, well, I guess you know you're gonna have to change your phone number now, right? And he was like, oh no, sweetie, that's okay. We can be friends. And I was like, no, you're gonna need to change your phone number. So I don't know. I just kind of let it drift off. It's somewhere in the nethers. I don't have it anymore. So he can thank me for that. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a crush on him or anything, but I just would be like, hey, do you want to do this song with me too? Hey, I got another song, but it was awfully kind of him to do that in the first place. So thanks, Vince. I got one more song unless we decide to throw another one at you, but I don't know. I feel like it's Tuesday night. You guys are probably pretty tired. And anyway, this was my father's favorite song. He passed away back in 2007, and that was terrible. But this was his favorite song, and it's a Sixpence song, and I think one that a bunch of people had requested on the internet. So thank you so much for being here tonight. You're so very kind and such a great audience. Thanks for listening to my awkward, hopefully funny banter. And now you know what to do tomorrow at 10 unless you're fishing. Yeah, probably should go fishing. And thank you, Caleb. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Like a million parachutes, the snow's coming down. I'll lock up the front door and turn the lights down. In the glow of the streetlights, I see them descend like a million parachutes, small men on a mission. I miss the war, and I miss the sun. I miss the ocean, and I miss everyone. I miss the bridges that span across the bay. Tonight, it seems like ages ago. Like a million parachutes, the snow still falls. The dogs are asleep now. There's no one to call. I'll put on some records and wait for that light. Like a million parachutes, out of a blanket of white. I miss the war, and I miss the sun. I miss the ocean, and I miss everyone. I miss the bridges that span across the bay. Tonight, it seems like ages ago. I miss the war, and I miss the sun. I miss the ocean, and I miss everyone. I miss the bridges that span across the bay. Tonight, it seems like ages ago.
Thank you so much, Caleb. You're awesome. I'm Leigh Nash. I've got some CDs if anybody's interested, but I can only take cash because I forgot my swiper. I'm sorry. Swiper, no swiping. Thank you all. I love you so much. Come back. Find your house. Call me for having me. I love you too.